Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And last night was the NFL Draft, aka the Super Bowl for losers. And the New York Giants and the New York Jets, they both surprised their fan bases by going with defensive players in the first round. See, many Jets fans with the recent acquisition of Aaron Rodgers thought that the Jets were going to go with an offensive lineman for more protection, and many of my fellow Giant fans, we thought we were going to get a wide receiver in the first round, being that, you know, Daniel Jones and Saquon, the 1-2 punch, had a very good season, but we didn't really have any wide receivers to throw to. So with the 14th pick, the New York Jets go with Will McDonald IV, who is a defensive lineman, an edge guy. And what I can say for the New York Jets and their fan base is trust Joe Douglas. Trust Joe. I know it caught y'all by surprise. It caught the whole NFL world by surprise that the Jets didn't go for protection on Aaron Rodgers. But trust Joe Douglas, man. This guy has been nothing but sensational since the moment he got in office. He's been leading you guys in the right direction. Look at that. He made this team, you think 2-3 years ago, you think Aaron Rodgers was even thinking about the Jets? You think he was even thinking about the Jets? Weren't even a thought. And now look who you got at center receiving that snap. So trust Joe Douglas. You know, he must have seen something in this, you know, this linebacker that can actually help fulfill something that they may feel was a weakness or one of the weaker parts. Because you know the corners, that secondary, the corners are set. You know that. Then, you know, you got guys like Quinnen Williams, and, you know, you got certain players that are studs, like all world in the NFL. But maybe, just maybe, they thought they needed more help there, and that was a more pressing issue than getting a lineman to cover for Aaron Rodgers. You know, you still have Mekhi Becton. I know Jet fans feel there's mixed thoughts and mixed feelings about Becton, but he showed you what he could be in that first season. He could be an all-pro. So they're hoping he comes back. And today, it's always the second day where you get, it's always the second and third day where you get those diamond in the roughs, those guys that didn't go in the first round. And sometimes they don't go in the first round because of, you know, it could be a number of things, you know, an injury earlier on, or just other teams that were picking ahead, they already had somebody suffice in that position, so they didn't pick this guy. But, you know, you might get your stud offensive lineman in the second round. And same goes for the Giants, you know. The Giants, many of us thought that we were going to go with a wide receiver at first. But this guy right here, I really, really like this pick. Dante Banks from Maryland, because we're in a division where twice a year we're going to be seeing wide receivers like, first of all, the man is 6 foot. He's 6 foot, 200 plus, solid dude. You know, this is a solid dude. Big, strong, physical, and fast. He ran 4.3 or something like that in the combine. He's a very fast dude, tall, big, physical. So he's not the one. In our division, we're going to be going up against guys like A.J. Brown twice a year. We're going to be going up against Devontae Smith twice a year. We're going to be going up against Brandon Cooks twice a year. CeeDee Lamb. We going up against studs twice a year. So this right here is a very good pick, a very solid pick, because this guy is not going to be somebody that one of them outside, especially with like A.J. Brown, who's big and physical. This guy can match A.J. Brown's physicality on the outside. And he's no slouch, man. He's no slouch. Going again with Joe Schoen. Joe Schoen is a guy, the Buffalo Bills are resurrected because of Joe Schoen and his work that he did in the front office in Buffalo. Wink Martindale, a defensive specialist. This guy is a mastermind in defense. And if these guys pick this young man, especially with his physical stature, standing 6 foot, 200 plus, strong, sturdy, that's something that you have to give them the benefit of the doubt, and you got to say, okay, they know something that we don't know. They got paid for that. That's what they get paid for. That's why they get the big bucks, to analyze stuff like that. So I think overall, I know I've seen a lot of Jets fans overreacting and saying like this was a bad pick, this was a bad draft. How many bad drafts has Joe Douglas given y'all? Relax. You know, y'all gonna get AVT back anyway. So don't panic. Just do the knowledge. Give it some time, see what he does back there. And I'm certain, because Joe Douglas has proven to be one of the best GMs in the league, I'm certain it's going to turn out to be a good pick. And same thing with my G-men. I'm sure this guy, Banks, is going to be exactly what we need, because we already got one stud in Bradbury on one side. Excuse me, Bradbury. I wish we had Bradbury still. That's how true it is. Adoree Jackson. We already got one stud in Adoree Jackson on one side. So you line up Adoree Jackson and Banks on the other side, a big physical guy like that to take care of an A.J. Brown. Beautiful pick. So Joe Schoen, I trust. Jets fans, trust in Joe Douglas. And let's see what we get in this second round. We'll probably get our receiver. You guys probably get your old lineman. I'll watch for Wise Words Media. Peace.